The Indus Waters Treaty is a water-sharing agreement signed between India and Pakistan in 1960. The treaty is in the news lately because India has issued a notice to Pakistan for making changes to the 1960 Indus Treaty. This comes after, as India claims, Pakistan's intransigence or inflexibility towards following treaty rules.
ये Indus Water Treaty जो है, जिसमें हिंदुस्तान के हक का पानी है, जो पाकिस्तान में बह जाता है, अब वो बूंद-बूंद पानी रोक करके मैं पंजाब के, जम्मू कश्मीर के, हिंदुस्तान के किसानों के लिए वो पानी लाने के लिए कृतसंकल्प।
In simpler words, India stresses that Pakistan's actions have adversely impinged on the provisions of the pact. What is the Indus Waters Treaty, or the IWT, and what does it lay out? Why was a notice recently issued, and why is the treaty important? These are the core questions. Hello and welcome to The Core Questions. What is the Indus Waters Treaty? India and Pakistan signed the Indus Waters Treaty in 1960 under the supervision of the World Bank. The pact regulates the use and distribution of the Indus River system, which consists of the main Indus River and its 5 tributaries: the Ravi, the Beas, the Sutlej, the Jhelum, and the Chenab, plus one, the Kabul, which doesn't flow through India on the right bank. There are 3 eastern rivers, the Ravi, the Beas, and the Sutlej, while there are 3 western rivers, Chenab and Jhelum, and the Indus main. According to the treaty, all the waters of the eastern rivers go to India, whereas the waters of the western rivers primarily go to Pakistan. How did the Indus Waters Treaty come about? After a dispute broke out between the two countries over irrigation water from existing facilities, the Indus Waters Treaty was signed in Karachi on September 19, 1960 by then Pakistani President Field Marshal Mohammad Ayub Khan, former Indian PM Nehru, and the World Bank's W.A.B. Illif. IWT took effect on April 1, 1961. What does the IWT lay out? The treaty has a preamble, 12 articles, and 8 annexures that provide India with absolute control over the waters of the eastern rivers, the Ravi, Sutlej, and Beas, while Pakistan receives unrestricted use of the western rivers, the Indus, Jhelum, and Chenab. With this being said, along with domestic, non-consumptive agricultural and hydroelectric power generation, India can create storage via hydro plants on the western rivers according to the treaty. The IWT also establishes a Permanent Indus Commission, or PIC, consisting of 2 commissioners, one from India and one from Pakistan, to promote cooperation between the 2 nations and resolve any questions arising from the treaty's interpretation or implementation. Once a year, the PIC meets alternately in India and Pakistan, and whenever either commissioner asks to meet. As part of its work, the PIC also inspects rivers and works to find out what's going on with various developments. Why has India served a notice to Pakistan seeking changes to IWT? India announced earlier this month that it wants to modify the 62-year-old Indus Waters Treaty with Pakistan, citing Pakistan's non-cooperation in resolving disputes over the Kishanganga and the Ratle hydroelectric power projects, both located in Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan first raised objections to India's construction of the Kishanganga hydroelectric project on the Jhelum River back in 2006, and then objected to plans to construct the Ratle hydroelectric project on the Chenab River as well. Both India and Pakistan do not agree on whether the technical details of the projects conformed with the treaty. While Pakistan is in its full right under the treaty to raise these objections, the problem is that Pakistan betrayed the treaty protocol and instead went to an arbitration court at The Hague. This directly goes against the treaty, which says that the World Bank will appoint a neutral expert to inspect and resolve the argument. Pakistan now has 90 days to respond to India's notice and answer why it did not abide by the treaty rules. Why is the IWT notice beneficial for India? New intergovernmental negotiations on the IWT, which are going to follow as a result of India's notice, can totally work in India's favor. Official negotiation would allow India to modify the treaty to put a stop to Pakistan's recent and past contradictory and inconsistent transgressions going against treaty mandates. Why is the IWT so important? Historically, rivers have been used as weapons of war as they provide significant strategic advantages to countries and armies. Controlling rivers allows nations and military forces to disrupt enemy access to water and food, restrict enemy movement, and win battles. The Indus runs through India, Pakistan, and China. The IWT, therefore, is an especially important pact as it is often seen globally as a rare instance of India-Pakistan consensus that keeps China in check, especially after India has, for the large part, cut trade, cultural exchange, and most bilateral talks with Pakistan. According to the World Bank, the treaty has been hailed as one of the most successful transboundary water management agreements on the planet. With this being said, it is crucial to strengthen the IWT to make sure that water is used and distributed sustainably and transgressions do not happen. India's current government is playing a key role on multiple aspects of the IWT. In 2021, for example, a parliamentary standing committee in India stated that the IWT should also address the impact of climate change on water availability in the river basin and other challenges which are not covered under the agreement. The IWT treaty is vital to keep Pakistan in check as well, since the future of the Indus River system and billions of people, including you and I, rely on it. Thanks for watching the Core Questions. Like and share this video and leave your comments below. Until next time, this is Priyanka Deo signing off. Namaste.